Good morning. I don't know how well you can see me. I don't know why I just said that. You can see me perfectly fine. I look genuinely disheveled. That's because I've just woken up. Keeping it real. I thought I would vlog today because today is a little special. Now, Mind got in contact with me yesterday. I worked with Mind last year on a stop suicide campaign and I was on the news. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it so you can go have a look. It's 10 o'clock now and I have just woken up, yes, because I go to sleep at like 2 because I was watching Chilling Adventures of Sabrina last night. That's beside the point. Basically, Mind got in contact with me again and they asked me if I wanted to do something else. And I said yes, because it was a nice opportunity and it fits very well with the current circumstances. And I don't know how much I can tell you. Now, I'm having this like Zoom call at 1. So I'll try and film a bit of it and then whatever they put together, I will show you. Also, I forgot to mention, when I did the Mind Stop Suicide campaign, basically, I did an interview for a local newspaper and also on a local radio station for a podcast. And I never shared the links to that because I never found the link to the podcast. And I found the link to the article, but the article, I don't know where it is now. I should have actually saved it. So if I find it, I'll try and link it below, but if I don't, then it's somewhere on the internet. Anyway, a Happy New Year. This is probably my first video of the new year, so hi. I took the last week off because I just had such a busy 2020 and the last video I did of 2020, Goodbye 2020, took so long to make and so long to film that I just decided I wanted a week off to kind of like breathe because I didn't take a week off at Christmas. So I hope that's okay, and now I'm back and I'm going to be uploading regularly again. So let me know what you want to see, but I thought I'd bring you along today, so I hope you enjoy. Let's go! If I'm completely honest, first and foremost, this is where I need to have the interview, so I need to clean this. So I'll do it after I've had my breakfast because this is a step. This is meant to go in my wardrobe. This is for another video, but I'm lazy and don't want to hang things up after I've thrown them on bed, like everyone on this planet. Yeah, I need to clean this because this is going to make me look bad. While I'm at it, I will clean that as well because that is gross and I don't mean the mirror. Hi. I have an hour till I have to have my phone call, so I'm going to go on a walk. It should run me off to about 40 minutes. And this kind of has turned into a daily vlog, lockdown vlog / something important in my life because I really don't do anything of interest at all. And my days are literally just wake up, set my laptop, read, go on a walk, eat some food, go to sleep, repeat, apply for jobs, do the same thing again and again. And today's a bit more, let me add a little bit of spice.
Let me add a little bit of spice.
So, gonna go on a walk, then come back, shower, get ready, and clean my room because I still haven't done that. So it's gonna be a quick turnaround. So let's go. Don't stop rambling. I'm very excited though. So
a few moments later,
I look like a little marshmallow. I have about 20 minutes to get ready and clean this. So wish me luck. I promise you that my timekeeping is impeccable. It is 12:59 and I've got a minute to my meeting. I've just dumped everything on the floor and literally piled everything out of view there, and I'm here. I'm stressed. All my stuff is literally on this side of the bed so I can sit on that side and do the interview, but my gosh, I can't be late. This is bad. Where's the little tripod? Do we think this is acceptable? I'm in my pajama bottoms, but I swear everyone who works from home does this. I'm not working from home, I'm just doing an interview. So I can tell you now, it's an interview with a certain news outlet. I need to download Zoom. This is bad. This is very bad. This is me stressed. Can you tell I'm stressed? Ah! Alright, there we go. Should work. Now.
Yeah. Hiya. There we are. First of all, here we are in the third lockdown. You speak a lot about mental health and you're very honest about your own mental health. So how are you in this third lockdown?
Weird. It's a strange one, to be honest. The first one was a bit optimistic. The second one was a bit harder because obviously the longer nights and it getting darker quicker, and in the sense of psychology, I know all about how darkness affects mood and everything, so it was kind of like, okay, what do I need to do to kind of get through it? And I got through it, it was fine. But then this one is weird because I didn't expect it. Even though my area is in tier 4, there's not much has changed, but it just feels like we're going in and out and in and out. And this one's harder because although they are saying that there's an end in sight, it doesn't feel like there is because I've seen this all before.
I don't think you're alone. I think even the most resilient of people, I don't know if you saw that Joe Wicks had a bit of a breakdown. You know, the PE teacher who we've all turned to for a bit of light and laughter in all this, he had a bit of a meltdown when he heard we. So you're not alone. We're all really struggling. And Rochelle, the thing is, you're a young man. You shouldn't be cooped up. You shouldn't be staying at home. You should be living your life. Do you find that that's really tough too? And presumably you've had to socialise. We can only meet one person on a walk. I mean, what has that been like for you to be cut off from everybody?
It feels, I keep using this analogy in regard, when I speak to anyone, I say that my soul is kind of lost somewhere a year ago, whereas my body's just kind of going through the motions every day, and I'm just being moved like a pawn. I feel like my soul's trapped somewhere else and my body's just moving, but I feel like I'm losing my 20s to it, but then I have to like pull myself back and be like, there's people dying, but I think that diminishes my emotions and makes me feel a bit like my emotions don't matter. But I know you've got to bear in mind that people are dying and we have lost people in our family, but I also want to acknowledge the fact that I'm losing a bit of my life and a bit of my time that I thought I would be exploring the world, doing all these things, and I'm sat in my room.
Yeah, I mean, Rochelle, I mean, you've been honest enough to say that you have had some very, very dark times in your life. It's been very tough, and you do struggle with your mental health. So have any of those dark thoughts re-emerged during these very, very difficult times?
Yes, I struggled with depression when I first went to university in 2016, and I'd still say to this day that was one of the worst parts of my life, that period. But I think that period, if I pick that period up and scatter it over a year, that's what it's felt like. And I felt like last year and right now is probably just as hard, if not harder, because it's constantly intense. Whereas when I was diagnosed with depression, it was kind of a couple of months where it was really, really horrible, and then I started to pick myself up again. Whereas this is months and months and months of just constant, like, it's a blunt pain. It feels like that's what it feels like. What
are you doing to try and make every day count and try and hang on to a bit of hope?
Hope with the vaccine, thinking about that, thinking about seeing my friends, thinking about when all of this is a bit better, what life will be like and how grateful I will be for all the little things, like the ease of jumping on a plane, the ease of just going, okay, I'm going to go see my friend for the weekend, and hugging my friends. I think reflecting on what every day has been like and what I have and what I'm lucky to have and things like that. And I think it will get better. Just constantly pulling myself back and reminding myself that it will pass, like it passed in 2016, it will go. I think keeping busy, exercising, making videos has been really, really helpful for me, especially during lockdown, because I've just had a outlet where I can pour my creativity and just distract myself for hours on end.
I think that's the key, isn't it? It's trying to keep yourself busy when there's bugger all to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? That is. Well, listen, you touched upon there that you'd lost people.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you don't mean that you've lost people to COVID.
Yeah.
Family members. Have you? Are you able to expand on that, or is it too private?
We've lost a few people, whereas one of them was my uncle, who was 43. So that one really, really hurt personally, because I saw him at the end of 2019, just before I went travelling. So it was one of the last things I kind of did with my family, and he was quite young, so I think that really, really hurt, because I think that's where my attitudes towards life have become a lot more defined, and I look at life very much like it can be taken away from you instantly. And that's another thing that gives me hope, knowing that after this is all a bit better, I'm gonna leave with a well-rounded view of the world and align myself with what's important to me.
I think that's right. I think a lot of people are saying that once this is all over, I'm going to lead a better life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, if we can get all through this, I think you're not alone. Well, listen, I thought that was really strong and really good. Is there any particular message that you want to put out there? You're a very young person. Let me say to you, if you were giving a message to other people really struggling with their mental health, and we know everyone is. What would your one message be, do you think?
I think everyone needs to appreciate and acknowledge their own thoughts, because one of the things I struggled with the entirety of last year was constantly putting myself down and saying that my feelings don't matter because there's bigger problems going on. And I think I entered 2021 with a fresh outlook, but then I had a really tough time a couple of days ago because I realised that now is the time to actually express my emotions. Okay, the world is horrible, and I acknowledge and I appreciate and I understand that everyone's struggling, but I am also one of these people, and I need to acknowledge and confront my emotions and be like, it's okay, it's so hard, and it's okay to not be productive, not make banana breads, not exercise every day, and just sit and cry, and that's totally fine.
What a star you are. Rochelle, I think that you are wonderful.
Thank you.
You've got a lovely big smile, and I know that you have your demons and you do struggle, and oh my God, you're a similar age to my son, and or both of my sons, and this is just the worst time, and I'm not sure how I would have coped at your age, to be honest. It's tough for me as an adult, and I feel really resilient, but normally I have bloody struggled too.
Yeah.
I thought you were brilliant. Keep doing great stuff. Keep in contact. Keep positive, my darling. You're a special chap, and we need you on this planet.
Bless you.
So,
Thank you very much for that.
Keep going. All right,
Right.
I'll say goodbye.
Take care.
Bye. Goodbye. Keep
Thank
safe.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Alright, well, I've just hopped off. It was with ITV, and it was in regards to mental health and lockdown, as you gathered from bits and pieces of what I showed you. It's going to be run tomorrow, so I will probably, you won't see this until the story has gone out. I look like a mess in the camera. Not happy. I'll insert the video of me actually on the news or whatever they decide to use, because I don't really know what they decide to use.
The next day.
Now then, how are you coping in these difficult times?
We asked because even the most resilient and upbeat of people seem to be really struggling after the Prime Minister announced a third lockdown. Natalie Gray's been getting tips on how to lift your mood.
I'm going to get you feeling awake, alive, energised.
The nation's favourite PE teacher, Jo Wicks, kept the country's school children fit and full of hope during the first lockdown. But this week, the Essex fitness instructor posted an emotional video, admitting even he was floored by news of the country locking down again.
It's really kind of like, it's just affecting so many people in so many different ways. You know?
Meanwhile, in Peterborough, vlogger Rishal Patel says this third lockdown is by far the worst. He's a university graduate with no job and has lost family members to COVID, including an uncle who was just 43.
My soul is kind of lost somewhere a year ago, whereas my body's just kind of going through the motions every day. I feel like I'm losing my early 20s.
As someone who's struggled with depression, he says it's important to not expect too much from yourself when you're having a difficult day.
It's okay to not be productive, not make banana breads, not exercise every day, and just sit and cry, and that's totally fine.
In Cambridge, a new community food hub was set up in May last year, offering not only vital supplies but also emotional support. It's been really popular, but to keep people safe this time, that social contact is having to stop for now.
We've talked to people about what they value about coming here, and the message comes back loud and clear. It's not just about the food. It's about the people I talk to. There's a guy who comes most Saturdays, and he will quite freely tell me that I will probably be the last person he talks to until the middle of the following week.
Ali, we've heard that the eternal Tigger Jo Wicks has struggled through this. So what advice can you give to us to help get us through this third lockdown?
Tell people if you're really struggling, because we're all in the same boat here, to make the most of the time that you've got to go out and do some exercise, preferably outside. And 3, treat yourself, whatever that means to you. It might be having a lovely hot bath. It might be spending the time in the evening reading a book. It might be listening to music. Do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel better.
And it will end, won't it, Ali?
It is going to end. And that's the thing. Hold the hope.
As for the body coach, he's already bounced back with news his online PE classes will start again on Monday morning. Meanwhile, Rishal is concentrating on running and recording. His message, things will get better. Natalie Gray, ITV News.
3 hours later.
Hello. So many thoughts. Head. Not empty, actually. Quite full. There's a lot in this noggin going on right now. Basically, as you would have seen, it went out at 6 today. It's currently 11 o'clock. My first time seeing it was probably 4 minutes ago, because I decided to watch it on my laptop, and earlier my laptop didn't pick up that I was in the East Anglia region, and it synced me to the London region, so I picked up ITV London. So I was sitting at 6 to 6:30 like, where am I? And then I realised afterwards my region hadn't basically set, so I missed it. My friend saw it, my friend Anna saw it, and she put up a story, and I only just saw it a couple of minutes ago, so I just watched it, and I've got some thoughts. Now, like I said, the interview was actually quite long, so about 20-25 minutes, and they only really used the beginning 10 seconds and the end 10 seconds, which I understand because news kind of turns around quite quickly and they've got a lot to cover, and I understand that. Even though they didn't use all of the stuff in, I think they used the key parts that I needed to basically mention. The rest of the conversation we had was kind of just like an honest chat about everything and how everything's been going personally and all of that. So the key drive home points were picked out and discussed and visualized in the format of my YouTube video, but I'm fine with that. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank Mind, first and foremost. They give me these lovely opportunities. I would like to thank ITV Anglia. I'm doing like a bloody award ceremony speech. I would like to thank my mum, the news, and everyone who supported me from day one. I couldn't have done it without you. This one's for you, my followers, the Rishanators. So thank you to Mine, thank you to ITV Anglia, thank you to Natalie who interviewed me. I'm sure she won't mind. She didn't mind me filming when I was doing the video anyway, so that should be alright. I do these things because I find it so important to talk about mental health and mental health awareness, and specifically being from the culture I am, and being a man, I think it's so important to be so vocal and honest with my experiences in the hopes that it could help someone else, because I never had that growing up, and I stick by that every time I do something like this, and it's so important to me, and it's a running thread through my channel. So again, thank you very much, and if it helps someone, it helps someone, and that's what I'm here for. I'll be here all night. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. My Instagram and my other social medias are linked down below. Wow, this is the first video of 2021. Let's just hope it's a lot better. But yeah, with that said, I shall see you guys in my next video. Till the next one, take care, stay safe. Stay safe. We're still going to be running with this in 2021 because this isn't over yet. Bye! I need to stop hitting the camera because I'm going to like knock it back and then smash it, and then I'm going to have to buy one with my non-existent job, with my non-existent money, and then I'm gonna have probably end it.